Prayer often becomes our weather report. We come to the Lord and we say, Lord, it's bad. It's bigger than I thought. I don't know how I'm going to be able to get through this. And so we come and we tell God about the wind, the waves, the conflict, the uncertainty. And let me just tell you, there's nothing wrong with that at all. God actually invites us to cast our cares upon Him. But sometimes we spend so much time telling God how fierce the storm is that we forget who it is that we're talking to. We tell Him about the thunder instead of reminding ourselves that He's the one that commands it. Now, it is true that life can change in an instant and completely throw us off. Like Mike Tyson once said, everybody has a plan until you get punched in the face, which life's trials or storms, they really have a way of doing that. Well, Peter, in 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 6, he writes something it almost feels unnatural about trials. He says, in this you greatly rejoice, though now for a little while, if need be, you've been grieved by various trials. And so rejoice in trials. Those words don't really seem to fit together, yet Peter insists that they do. And so what Peter's saying is, first of all, that trials are various. They come in many forms: physical pain, emotional strain, spiritual doubt. Some are brief, some linger, some are mild. Others, they shake us to the very core of our being. Pain, it wears many faces. Secondly, about trials, Peter says that they grieve us. Peter says that we are grieved by trials. And so Christianity is not pretending that everything is fine with fake smiles and shallow cliches. No, grief is this real thing. Tears are biblical. Solomon even adds, he says that there is actually a time to weep. Now, Peter, in this verse, he adds three more perplexing words. He adds the words, if need be, meaning trials, they're not some random accident. Sometimes they're actually necessary, not because our God is cruel, but because He is committed to our growth. Trials, what they do is they humble us, they correct us, they strengthen us, they actually equip us to help others that are going through trials in their life as well. Well, Peter continues on this vein in verse 7. He says these words, these have come so that the proven genuineness of your faith, of greater worth than gold, which perishes even though refined by fire, may result in praise, glory, and honor when Jesus Christ is revealed. And so Peter says, like gold is tested in fire, faith is revealed under heat. So a faith that has never been tested is a faith that has never been proven. And here's the thing. Fire doesn't destroy real gold. You know what it does? It refines it. Now, here's the beautiful part about this. Peter, he speaks about various trials, but later he actually speaks about the manifold grace of God, which is the same Greek word translated. So various and manifold, same Greek word. And so the idea is many colored trials are matched by many colored graces. And so for every shade of suffering, there's a matching shade of grace. I don't know, you might feel like today, like you've been knocked down, shaken about, or overwhelmed by whatever's going on in your life, but you're not forgotten. The heat might be turned up right now, but God's eye is on the clock. His hand is on the thermostat. He knows exactly how much heat is needed in your life and when it needs to be turned down. And so listen, the goal is not to burn you up. The goal is to refine you. One day, when the fire has finished its work, the Father was going to look down and He's going to see the reflection of His dear Son in you. And let me tell you, that's worth more than any treasure, certainly more than gold. And so, don't just go to God and tell Him how big your storm is. Tell the storm how big your God is, because He's refining you, He's strengthening you, and His grace will always match whatever trial that you're going through right now.